Tattersalls Ireland Derby Sale 4-year-old maiden Graveside Lad, who has some experience behind him, is the first to show in company with Carrickdoon Boy and Card Dealer. Sea Prince and Mystic Man racing in mid-division as they cross out over fence number 1, all safely out over it. The back marker in these early stages is the Dalkey Farmer, one of 3 newcomers, but a very steady gallop ensures that the field are tightly grouped as the 8 runners head up in front of the judge. With 15 further fences to race in our opener, and it is Graveside Lad, who was 4th at Tipperary 3 weeks ago on his debut. He has the advantage by just over length to Carrickdoon Boy in 2nd. 3rd position for Card Dealer, white sleeves with a green cap, tracked out wide by Hatos, a black jacket with a lime green cap. On the inside of this one is Mystic Man in an orange jacket with white sleeves. Back trio are Sea Prince, the first colours for Cormac Doyle with the black and green hooped cap. Kermelba stable companions just one inside him, and the red and navy colours of the Dalkey Farmer brings up the tail of the field. So heading on their way towards fences 2 and 3, taking along this part of the course, and Graveside Lad with the advantage out over it. A mistake towards the tail end of the field by the Dalkey Farmer, but the 8 runners still on their feet as they head on their way towards the next, which is fence number 3, and it's Graveside Lad safely out over it to Carrickdoon Boys, just racing a shade keenly in these early stages. 3rd position for another of the newcomers, Hatos, with that bright green cap. Card Dealers on the inside of this one being tracked by Mystic Man. After these races, Sea Prince towards the rear of mid-division. Back pair remain the Dalkey Farmer in company with Kermelba, the most experienced horse in the lineup, having his 3rd career outing today. Out over fence number 3, where again the Dalkey Farmer was somewhat deliberate, slower than the 7 horses in front of him as they take the right-handed bend. That will bring them into the home straight and on their way towards the next 2 fences, which are fences 5 and 6. And so with the advantage, it continues to be Graveside Lad, the white sleeves of Matthew Flynn O'Connor's stable. Brian Lawless in the plate. Hatos is in 2nd with Carrickdoon Boy and Card Dealer. Mystic Man, as always, chartered an inner route in the hands of Luke Murphy. On the outside of this one is Sea Prince and Jack Hendrick. Jack and Cormac Doyle won both the 4-year-old maidens at Nacarn earlier in the weekend. Stable companion Kermelba tracks this one, and the Dalkey Farmer remains the back marker. So full circuit under their belt, and with the exception of the Dalkey Farmer, who's been somewhat deliberate at 1 or 2 of his obstacles, the 8 runners have jumped well in the main over the opening 6 fences. They now turn right-handed and head on their way towards the next line, which are 7 and 8. And it remains Graveside Lad with the advantage to Carrickdoon Boy, who was 7th at Tipperary. They both contested the same maidens on their respective debuts, did the front pair. Hatos races just on the inside of Carrickdoon Boy with Card Dealer next in the field, looking to give James Walsh an 11th winner of the season. Inside this one for Mystic Man, Sea Prince is towards the tail end of the field, as he has done throughout, with Kermelba, and the Dalkey Farmer remains the overall back marker. So heading out over fence number 7, leaders safely out over it. There was a slight coming together there for the Cormac Doyle pair, Sea Prince and Kermelba. Kermelba came out the worst of it, lost 2 or 3 lengths as a result, and joins the Dalkey Farmer, who just happened to be ridden away from that 8th fence at the tail of the field. But all runners still look to be going well within themselves as a result of this steady gallop as they race right-handed and head on their way towards the cross fence. It is fence number 9, still Graveside Lad and Brian Lawless, to Hatos and Connor Blake. Carrickdoon Boy Tom Hamilton has always been positioned wide. Better jump there by Card Dealer, comes through into a share of that 2nd spot for James Walsh. They're being followed then in mid-division, 5th spot for the orange and white of Mystic Man and Luke Murphy. Jack Hendrick aboard Sea Prince is in 6th. 7th for Kermelba, Aaron Sinnott, and the Dalkey Farmer and Simon Kavanagh remains at the tail of the field. Heading on their way towards 10 and 11. And the first in this home straight sees Graveside Lad land steeply out over it, but is picked up off the ground by Brian Lawless. Still has the advantage and strides on with the lead by a length or so to Hatos on the outside for the Colin Bowyard. Again, a slight mistake there by C Prince. His jumping's just let him down slightly in the past 3 fences. Kermelba remains on his inside. Back marker still continues to be the Dalkey Farmer, but very tightly grouped. Less than 6 lengths would cover the 8 as they turn right-handed and head on their way towards the next, which is 5 from the finish. It's fence number 12 in all. And it remains Graveside Lad, who's been able to dictate his own fractions to this point. Leads by 3 lengths to Hatos, is on the outside of Card Dealer. Mystic Man has always tracked that one down the inside, with Carrickdoon has always been kept wide to get a good sight of his fences by Tom Hamilton in the black and yellow Shark Hanlon colours. Mid-division for C Prince with Kermelba stable companions on his inside. Mystic Man is on the extreme inside, and the overall back marker remains the Dalkey Farmer. So heading out over the 5th last as they go out over it. Reminders there at the back of the field by the Dalkey Farmer. Pace of the race is beginning to increase now as Graveside Lad is safely out over it. At the back of the field, again the Dalkey Farmer for the 2nd consecutive circuit has jumped out towards his left over that one, and it sees him lose position at the tail of the field. The one in front of him is Mystic Man, is another one that's lost his early pitch as they head on their way towards the 3rd last. Graveside Lad with the advantage to Hatos. Card Dealer looms large in 3rd on the inside. Carrickdoon Boy C Prince is next. Mystic Man is trying to get back involved, having lost his position, and cuts up the inside there of rivals. After these races, the Dalkey Farm and Kermelba hasn't been able to pick up. Plenty though, holding chances as they turn for home. They've got 2 fences left to jump, and it is Card Dealer and James Walsh that strides on from Mystic Man in 2nd. Graveside Lad is in the 3rd position, about to be tackled for that by Carrickdoon Boy. Hatos and C Prince are next. They've quickened clear over the remainder, so heading on their way towards this final fence, and it is Card Dealer with Mystic Man now tackling him. It's Card Dealer on the inside. It's going to be a bunt finish to our opener. Carrickdoon Boy is flying home Card Dealer and Hatos, but Carrickdoon Boy may just have got up for Tom Hamilton Shark Hanlon. Hatos, Card Dealer, C Prince, they were in front then of Mystic Man. Graveside Lad, long time leader, clear over the final pair, the Dalkey Farmer and Kermelba.